Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. It's time to have a look at a devblog which has graced us this morning. It is the Rank 6 Bluewater fleet being announced, and also, along with Rank 6, a bunch of pre-orders for America and of course the USSR. These pre-orders are pretty pricey, but you do get a lot of extras involved, including something new, which I don't actually think they've done previously. Basically, what you get access to is a unique flag on each of the vehicles. For the Arkansas, or Arkansas, you obviously get the flag with the emblem of the state of Arkansas, and then also on the Marat, you get the unique flag with the coat of arms of the Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky, which is nice to see. The reason why they're bringing in Rank 6 Bluewater is exactly the same reason why they always bring in a new rank. They want to sell you new premiums and also at the same time increase the amount of grind. It is kind of annoying that people get super hyped about extra ranks because it pretty much means it's harder for the game or it's harder for you to grind through the game every time they add a new one. It would actually be better if we didn't have them. I also like it in the devblog that they actually say the addition of rank 6 means that rank 5 can be decompressed, which will help you speed up the research towards rank 6, which is a completely ridiculous statement, because ranks have nothing to do with battle rating. Battle rating is what determines matchmaking, and that determines how compressed or decompressed certain, naval vehicles are. Not the rank of the vehicle. The rank of the vehicle has nothing to do with it, and I wish they wouldn't push these narratives about it. The real reason why they brought in a new rank is because they want to sell new premiums, and they don't want to put them at the highest rank of the game. It's exactly why they did rank 8 for aviation, which is why they brought in a bunch of rank 7 premiums, which are very much the rank 8 BRs, but not at rank 8. And exactly what they're doing with ground now, where they're upping a lot of vehicles to rank 7, and then will eventually introduce rank 8. It is completely down to research, it is not down to matchmaking or anything like that. I just really wish they would stop confusing people, but it is obviously on purpose to make sure that people believe that the two systems are intertwined, when they just aren't, and there are many examples against this. Now, if you want to order either of the pre-order packs and get the pre-order bonuses, make sure to use my partner link, so at least you can get a discount on it and also support the channel. The two pre-order packs, starting off, we have the Arkansas. This is going to be a rank 5 battleship, very similar to another vehicle that we have in the game, the Wyoming, because the Arkansas is part of the Wyoming class. Basically, it's the second ship in the series, and also survived, well, pretty far. It wasn't just a vehicle which didn't do too much in the First World War, it even fought in the Second. What we're getting is one of the refits that it had in the Second World War, giving it a metric ton of AA on it, but also keeping its 12 305mm Mark 7 guns. Now, the issue with these guns is they have an incredibly long reload, but at the same time, you can bring all of them onto bear at one point, which is really nice. It also has 6 127mm, 8 76 Mark 10s, and 6 quadruple 28mm Chicago piano mounts, and also 26 20mm Oerlikon Mark IIs. So from a secondary armament point of view, it doesn't have a ton of it, but from an AA armament point of view, there is a metric ton. And that means that playing against planes is going to be pretty easy for this thing. The main one that you're going to be focused on, of course, is its main guns and how much damage it can put out. If you want to see how effective these guns are, you can even check the stats in game right now on the Wyoming and check how good those shells are. The good old price of these is $90 Canadian or $70 US. But on top of the vehicle, they also give you 3,000 GE, 30 days of premium accounts, the unique title for the Arkansas being the Gaijin Shogun, and then also the unique flag with the emblem of the state of Arkansas. So you at least get some interesting things from it. The second pre-order pack is the Marat, and this gives you the Marat battleship, and once again, this is very similar to one which we already have in the game. Basically, it was known as the Petropavlovsk of the Sevastopol type, and it was designed, once again, in the First World War. This vehicle, though, is one which has been upgraded to more modern standards compared to the First World War. It did actually fight in the Second World War, and just like a lot of other vehicles in the USSR Navy, it was able to defend a bunch of things again, or defend Leningrad against a bunch of stuff coming in, which seems to be the vast majority of stories from most of these vehicles. The vehicle does have 14 120mm guns, and also it has 12 305mm guns, and it also sits pretty low in the water and does get quite a nice skin. It also has 6 single and 2 twin 76mm installations, as well as 6 automatic 37mm cannons and 13 12.7mm Dishka machine guns too. So it does have a decent secondary armament, and also have a pretty good AA armament as well, making it the whole package compared to some of the other machines that are around these BRs. Also, you get 3000 G, 30 days of premium time, the Adamant title, and also the unique flag with the coat of arms of the Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky, with a unique camouflage for the pre-order bonus as well, making it look like a building. Not sure how effective it was in real life, but at least it's there. The interesting thing about these vehicles is it basically means you can buy into the highest BR of the game. So instead of having to grind through anything or playing a bunch of the vehicles, you can just buy into it, just like they've sorted out with the rank 7 premiums for aviation. It looks like naval is following the same thing, and of course ground will follow the same thing too in probably half a year's time. So if you don't want to grind through anything and you just want to play the top tier, you now have a monetary way of doing it, which isn't insanely expensive compared to GEing everything, which is the other option. So looking at the two vehicles, plus of course the new additions that they're adding to the game to compensate for these vehicles, it pretty much means that if you want to get high tier progression sorted, you can just buy these and then play through it. They are looking like nice vehicles, you know. Are they going to be meta defining? Not necessarily. Will they be potent? Of course, especially since you get them fully spaded when you get them. And since the meta right now is battleships just kind of sitting there miles away from each other, just plonking rounds on each other, it will have a fantastic time. What was absolutely great about high tier naval right now is the reason why they're adding these vehicles is so they can populate the areas with premiums instead of bots, which is what goes on. What most people do at high tier naval, which is why stuff like battleships went through the roof when it came to repair costs, and instead of focusing on other battleships and battlecruisers because it took so long to kill them, they focused on the destroyers and cruisers, which were the bots running around the place. This meant that they made tons of SL, tons of RP, doing nothing apart from beating up a bunch of different AIs. Nowadays, it's a little bit harder to do because it's a little bit more populated, and hopefully with this change, it'll be even more populated. But we'll only find that out when the next update comes out. If you want to efficiently grind the tech tree of the USSR or the tech tree of America, it's not too bad of an idea to pick something like this up. And also, since the Texas got announced, hopefully a lot of people are looking forward to it, and this is an easy access way to it. They're also bringing in a German premium that I don't think is going to be a pre-order pack. Maybe it will be, who knows, but it's on the dev server right now, where we're checking out all of these vehicles. If you like big donkey vehicles, which can tank a lot and fire a lot and sit there waiting for reloads, these vehicles are for you. What I would suggest is also getting some audiobooks so you can listen to them while you watch the screams of the enemy after getting hit with the over 300mm guns. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. I'd just like to thank Brendan Quinn, Vilneus, Character Fuel, Juan the Panda, Carrion Crow, Gus Irenicus, Pyman, Merciless Reaper, Orange Tail, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, Moxie, B. Young, Bareen, Peter Grayling, Alan Hacker, Sem Alslan, Uncle Bean, and Derek R., and also Lafouche for supporting the channel.